was just watching a reel that this Bookstagrammer posted about a 24-hour readathon, which honestly, I'm still not entirely sure what that entails. Like, are these people literally staying awake for 24 hours? Surely not. And she was saying about how she read 6 books in 24 hours, which to me felt insane. Like, that seems like so many books to be reading in such a short period of time. But that wasn't even the thing that kind of made me like, what the hell? The thing that I found really bizarre was in the comments, it was filled with people that were like, how do you read so fast? Please teach us how you read so fast. And I was kind of like, what? Like, it was as if everyone wanted to learn what the secret trick was to consume books faster. And I know that this day and age we're very much obsessed with over-consumption, whether that is through buying stuff or consuming media. Like, we want to just consume. We've become kind of like insatiable in that sense, to the point where I think within the book world, people aren't even enjoying the book that they're currently reading because they're already thinking about the next book they want to be reading, or like the next 10 books they need to quickly read to get their Goodreads numbers up. Which honestly, who is still using Goodreads? Because that is owned by Amazon and we do not support Amazon in this house. I use Fable instead if you're looking for something else. Not sponsored, I wish it was, that would be amazing. I feel like we have lost the pleasure of reading because now it is purely just chasing numbers and just consuming to try and get those numbers as high as humanly possible for like a shock value, I think. Especially with the rise of Bookstagram. It's great that people are reading. Let me just say, it's great people are reading, but I'm not even that convinced people are like properly reading. I feel as though some of these people must be skimming. Like, they must be skimming these books, because I don't understand how you can properly take something in and actually process it if you're reading like so fast that you're able to read 6 books in 24 hours. Like, no hate to this person. Maybe they're just like a super duper fast reader somehow, I don't know. But that does seem like a lot. And I know a lot of people listen to audiobooks and they listen to them sped up. I do that, so then you listen to them quicker. I listen to my audiobooks about 1.5 speed. Honestly, it depends on the narrator, the voice actor, because some people obviously naturally talk slower, so I need to speed them up more. The reason I do that is because of my ADHD brain, and I cannot focus on what is being said if people are talking too slowly, so I will speed up. The same way that when I'm watching YouTube videos, I speed it up, so I won't be offended if you're speeding me up because I'm talking too slow, because your little ADHD brain needs to keep it going. That's totally fine by me. But some people are literally listening to these audiobooks on like 3 times speed, and maybe they can understand that and maybe they're taking that in, but it just feels like we're reading as sport rather than leisure. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but again, it just kind of falls into this realm of like competitiveness and trying to be the best reader, and you're only a reader if you've read a certain amount of books or a certain genre of books, and it's just honestly all a little bit much. And I haven't even been in like the Bookstagram space for an awful long time. I've always been a reader, I've always loved reading. I own a bookshop. This is my bookshop that I'm sat in right now talking to you from. I haven't ventured onto BookTok because honestly, TikTok scares me a little bit. I used to use it, but why are like the comments just filled with children being so mean? So I stopped posting on there because it got a little bit scary. From like booktube videos that I've watched and just videos and reels here and there that I've seen, it just seems that BookTok is like so much worse when it comes to the concept of like overconsumption in the book world. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, what are your thoughts on what we're seeing in terms of people just like reading books so quickly, like binging books like you would binge eat food or binge drink? I personally don't feel you can be processing and absorbing what you are reading. And I know there are so many books out there and we want to get through them all, and we all have these massive TBR lists. I do as well. I get serious anxiety around the fact that there are too many books in the world and I will not be able to read them all before I die. There are some books that are going to be left unread and I will never be able to read them. And I think this is probably fueled as well by the rate at which books are now published. Every few months an author is bringing a new book out, and it's like, it used to take authors years to write books, and now they're writing books like in a month, and it's like, and now we're promoting it, and now it's a BookTok book, and now it's a bestseller, and it's like, it came out yesterday. It just all seems too much. It's a chicken and egg situation, which is fueling which. If all these books are being published, of course these people are going to read them, but are they being published at such a frantic rate because they are being devoured by the bookish community and readers? Who knows? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I personally feel it's getting a little bit over the top. And again, don't get me wrong, reading is great. It's fantastic that people are reading. Love that. I just feel it's gotten very intense. And I think it's also important to remember that some of these people that are reading like 6 books in 24 hours, maybe that is their literal job. Like maybe their literal job is to be a bookstagrammer or a booktalker or whatever, and they make content about that. So I guess that's to bear in mind as well. I thought I would share with you my autumn TBR. Usually I am a mood reader, but I've been trying out this spinner wheel that gets to choose my TBR because I have so many books on my physical TBR, so I've been not buying books until I get through at least 50% of this physical TBR because it's getting ridiculous. These are a few of the books that are giving like autumn creepy vibes or cozy vibes, and I thought I'd share with you. Camp Damascus. Now this is a queer horror story, so I've been trying to like broaden my horizons in terms of genre, and I haven't read a lot of horror. And on my birthday this year we went to Hay-on-Wye, which is Booktown. If you haven't been, you have to go, it's amazing. There's so many bookshops, and I got this one from Gay on Wye, and it's essentially based at a gay conversion camp in the Montana wilderness in America. I feel like it's gonna be good. It's a very cool, creepy cover, and it's given me vibes of, I watched a film once called They Them, and it was again set in a conversion therapy camp, and it was very much a slasher, and I really liked the film. So this was giving me similar sort of vibes, so I'm hoping I will enjoy this one. The next one is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. No, I still have not read this, and this has been on my TBR shelf for ages because honestly I just thought it looked cute and reminded me of Gilmore Girls, but I'm not convinced I'm going to like this because from what I've seen when people talk about it, it's very smutty, and that's totally fine if that's your thing. I'm just not like a huge fan of smut. I just find it a little bit boring. I'm just not a romance girly in general, so maybe that's why, but I do want to try it. I do want to try and read it because it's obviously very popular, so I will let you know once I do and let you know my opinion. The next one is If We Were Villains. This one has also been on my TBR for a long time, and I got this when I went to Hay-on-Wye on my birthday this year as well. People always say if you read The Secret History by Donna Tartt and loved it, then you also need to read If We Were Villains because it's similar sort of dark academia vibes, and I love The Secret History, so obviously I had to give this one a go. Again, it's like a dark academia literary thriller, so I am very intrigued to read this one because there are mixed reviews. Some people really love it and compare it to Secret History, and then some people are like, this is not like The Secret History, do not read. So we shall see. I am excited to read this one though. And then finally is a book called Manhunt. This one is also a horror, and I'm very intrigued to read this because it's basically about 2 women that are on the road and hunting men and harvesting their organs, and honestly that just sounds like a fun time. But it is also queer. After a brutal accident entwines the 3 of them, this found family of survivors must navigate murderous turfs, a sociopathic billionaire bunker brat, and awkward relationship dynamics, all while outrunning packs of feral men and their own demons. This sounds like a bit of me. So these are the ones that I am hoping I can get through this spooky season. I'm probably just going to start right onto them after I finish The Snakes by Sadie Jones, because otherwise I'm gonna get pulled into all sorts of other things because I am a mood reader. But I do want to read these, get in the spooky season spirit. Do let me know if you've read any of those and if you've enjoyed them, and if you hated them, don't tell me till I've read them because I'm gonna read them because I own them. I have just finished The Snakes by Sadie Jones. writing was not very good. It was not very good. I thought it was going to get better, and it didn't. The story itself was okay. It was the writing style that bugged me. I feel like they accidentally published the first draft, and this book was her learning how to write. The writing style was just not for me. Anyway, we're going to move on to my autumn TBR, and I'm going to start with Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin, and I'll let you know how I go.